or they say you should maybe report back in 2 days. In the next 24 hours, you've already reported back. It shows some level of seriousness and some zeal. And they'll be like, oh, this I have a lot of people that have come to me, they want to, and most of them are no longer, except a few maybe two of them that are very agile, and when you give them this thing, you requested one from them, they are giving you two in return. So you need to know that your mentor has a lot of people that are coming to them to be mentored. So you should see it as a place of privilege of being mentored by anybody, because everybody is busy. So if somebody is taking it upon themselves to not guide you, and you must be take it properly and do what it takes. Every stage of your career, you will need a mentor, and it's okay for you to have a mentor, and at a point you said, okay, I'm moving forward. You can switch mentor along the way. It's possible, but sometimes it's not that common, right? But it's something that I've seen. You can always switch mentor. Maybe they've done their part in your life and you need to advance more, maybe, or you are switching career, or you want to go into another type of design entirely. So you can switch mentor. So what are the things you need to consider when you are choosing a mentor? You just don't go out there to choose a mentor. You can choose a total stranger as your mentor. It's allowed. But before you choose a mentor, you have to pay close attention to, first, number one, you have to understand yourself. You need to understand where you are going. You need to understand what you want to achieve. So when you know where you are going in the industry, you know what you want to achieve, then a mentor is somebody that can help you achieve what you want to achieve, and you've seen them achieve that stuff. You don't just pick somebody that you think, okay, it's popular, this man, they say he's well disciplined and is in motion graphics, and you are looking to become one of the best brand identity designer. It's quite They are both in the same industry, but it's a different journey. So it might not be a good fit for you to choose somebody in motion graphics to come and be your um mentor when it comes to identity design. So it depends on, and sometimes it work. Probably what you want to learn is the business of design, which cut across every aspect of design. People do business in motion, they do business in brand identity. So it's something that can integrated into the two aspects. So like I said, it all depends on what exactly you are trying to achieve with your career. That's what we guide who will be your mentor. So how do you approach somebody to be your mentor? So when you are approaching a mentor, some mentors are your friend that you already know before. Some people are people you're familiar, and some people you met them online and you be like, this guy is doing great. You follow them, you've seen what they've done, and I feel like, okay, I want this person to mentor me. So if it's somebody that is close to you that you already know, it's quite easy for you to just say, oh, sir, ma, I want you to mentor me this. So when you are contacting your mentor or your mentor to be, you have to speak concisely, introduce yourself, and say something about them that really caught your attention or that made you want to be their mentee, and tell them your goal, what you want to achieve. Because it's quite disrespectful for you to say good morning, sir, and you stop there, you expect them to reply and be like, good morning, how can I help you? And I say, I want to. These people don't have time. Most people don't have time. Just as you're saying a good morning, drop everything you need to drop it, simple, short, concise, cut to the chase, and use words that connect to them. Make them feel like you've done your background research about them, that you know so much about them. If they've written a book, you can quote something from their book. I read your book and it really inspired me and I want to blah 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 blah. If they've written a publication, if they've anchored an event, it's something that creates connection between people when you can say much about them. You can be like, I was at the conference when you were speaking about so in so year. Oh, you were there. Wow, that's great. And from there, you get talking. Okay, what do you want? I want you to mentor me and all of that. Then you, but the thing is, when you are being mentored by somebody, like I've said earlier, you have to follow through 100%. And sometimes they will give you their own personal stuff to work on. It's part of the training. Sometimes they demand some things for you that you feel like is crazy. It's part of the training. They are your mentor. You stop to them when you feel like, okay, I'm not following this person again. And there are some few mistakes that people make while on being under a mentor. And number one is you shouldn't do a mistake or something you shouldn't do is ask your mentor for money. What you need from your mentor is knowledge, basically. Some people ruin some genuine relationship because of money. You don't, if your mentor gives you money, fine, you can take it, but don't ask. Your mentor said, go and do this, and be like, sir, I don't have money. Oh, come and give. It's to some extent, it shows a level of irresponsibility. You shouldn't ask your mentor for money or ask your mentor for some things that you should look for a way to get them. Except they said, okay, you don't have this thing, take. They are offering you, but you don't. You don't. So I don't want to say too much about, but if you really want to, but if you really want to grow, if you really want to scale very fast, you want to, you see, when you have a mentor, it's easy for you to get jobs, it's easy for you to get connection because they are ahead of you, they know what's going on. And you see some people moving very fast because they have a mentor. A mentor can easily recommend you for a job and like, I will have this boy, let him come and do something with you, and there you go. So if you really want to scale in this industry, not just this industry alone, anywhere you need a mentor. It's the benefit cannot be overemphasized. You need a mentor. While looking for a mentor, set your goal, let it be well written out, and look for people that have already achieved what you want to achieve, and people that you know that will look out for you, not just people that, if you have a mentor that is not, that does not care about you, it will be as good as not having a mentor in the first place. All right. So look out for people that you know that cares about your personal growth. Let your goals be well written and shoot your shots. And you will get turned down by some people. You should not be discouraged. Shoot another shot, maybe to the same person or to different person. I've seen a lot of people, and you should be careful when you are shooting your shot for to somebody to become your mentor, because some people shoot. You know that this person can never be your mentor. You will know, there's a way you will know that, okay, I'm doing too much with this. It's just like me now. I'm just starting out as a banker, and I'm sending an email to Shegun Agbaje of GTB or GT Corada. Sir, come and be my mentor. You'll be like, what was doing this guy? What? You don't even reply the email because every mentor have a standard of, or has a criteria of people they want to mentor. They want to see some level of achievement that, okay, because if the person of Shegun Agbaje of GTCO, the way he's talking, and you are just an entry level, this thing, you cannot catch up with some of the terms or some complexity of things that we'll be saying. So you need to take it gradually. Look for somebody that is directly or few steps ahead of you. That is not just way. Maybe you are just entering the industry and you are writing to Chris, do come and be my mentor. You are not ready yet. So you need to be realistic about your. All right. Oh, sorry. Thank you for that. I said I'll probably round up before the time goes up. So, like I said, when you are choosing your mentor, don't overshoot. Be realistic about who you want. And the thing is, your mentor can be somebody that is even younger than you. Somebody, what's most important is somebody that have achieved what you're aspiring to achieve. That's the most important thing. Somebody that you know that is up there above you, that can guide you, that can give you the support, that can give you the guidance, that can give you the advice, that can give you the whatever you need to get to where you are going. And when you've gotten there, when you need to set a higher goal, look for somebody that have achieved that thing that you've achieved, then you go step by step like that. So that's it from. Thank you very much.
Wow, wow, wow. That was short, precise, and very straightforward. Thank you so very much, um, Bright Nigel. That was such an amazing one. And I would just like to add a few things to to what Bright Major has said. So the first thing I would like to say, like I said earlier, yeah, we have to know that mentorship actually starts with you. It doesn't start with your mentor. So let's say, for instance, because you are the one reaching out, and there's a reason why you are reaching out to a mentor. That means, okay, let's say I have a goal now. I have a goal to be one of the top, like to be not about one of the top, but a very good product designer. I have this vision, okay, and I know that I can set a goal for myself that in 6 months or in 1 year, I want to achieve that. One of the things I have to do is, okay, I need a mentor, because one of the benefits of mentor is that you avoid mistakes. There are a number of mistakes you don't have to make when you have a mentor. You learn something that can take you like 1 year to learn, just for instance, can take you like 3 months, 6 months to learn, because you have a mentor that will guide you. And a number of these mentors, the truth is, people are willing to teach at times, but there's a way you have to position yourself as a mentee. You don't come to your mentor like, oh, you don't approach your mentor like someone you want to learn from, like let's just rub mind. You get, you don't come as though, oh, I just want to, I've seen people at times, they just approach someone like, can we just be working together? That's not bad. But meanwhile, that person should be in a position of a mentor. So there is a way you position yourself. And even though you are still passionate about learning that stuff, there is a discipline that is required in mentorship. You can't just do things anyhow you want. You can't just, oh, I hope everyone is with me, because I actually don't like feeling like I'm talking to myself. So I'll know that we're all on the same page. If you can't talk, you can just type something. Can you all hear me? Are we still together?
Yes, we are together, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. So mentorship actually starts with you, and mentorship, know that it's a partnership. It's like you're doing business with someone. The energy has to be mutual, like what Brighter said earlier. It's, you have to motivate your mentor. Of course, he or she is motivating you, but meanwhile, you two have to motivate your mentor. For instance, now I have, okay, a number of some people I'm a mentor to, but the kind of energy I give to each one depends on the kind of energy they bring. There are some that I can spend 1 hour just explaining something to, because part of mentorship is you have to be with someone that has your time. The truth is, it's not everyone that has that time. And there are people that they are so busy, and there are some people that they are not really interested in that sense in mentoring others. Not because they don't want to, for some, but they don't just have that time. And some, they don't, how do I put it now? They don't just see a need for doing it. But then when you find a mentor, you should, utilize that opportunity. And one other thing that I'll say is that when you're getting a mentor, ensure you are getting someone you truly respect. And there's something called reverse mentorship. Your mentor doesn't have to be someone who is older than you always. One thing that really defines mentorship is about the expertise, the knowledge and the experience someone has. So for instance, there are times that, you can have, let me say, you can be a father, for instance, and there are some things your child knows more than you. So it's possible and let's say you're in this career kind of dad or mom, you can decide that, oh, I want to schedule a kind of, structured training with my child where maybe once a week we get to meet, he or she teaches me this and that. For that period, in that particular field, the child is considered to be your mentor. Do you get what I'm saying? But one key thing is important in mentorship. Someone that, okay, I genuinely respect and I truly respect. Because if that respect is not there, there's a way it kind of affects the flow of you getting the best out of that person. You understand? So someone that, okay, I think I like this person's value, I like his or her own style, because there are a lot of people, when it comes to design, there are a lot of good guys out there, but it's not anyone you can just pick as, oh, this is my mentor or that is my mentor. So we have to understand all this foundational stuff, understand that the relationship has to be to work in both ways. Okay. So the relationship has to work both ways for you to, make the most out of the mentor and mentee relationship. And also ensure that, okay, I believe that this person knows better than me. Not someone, there are people that at times someone is the person they have as a mentor, they don't really feel that person knows so much than them or knows better than them. Let me just put it that way. So in that way, it's kind of like it can even affect your own mindset and perspective. Or you have to be sure that, oh, this person knows better than me. If he or she says that do this, you're sure about his or her own judgments. And there are times that it's possible too that, okay, you feel that, oh, you should do this. There is nothing bad in communicating with your mentor that, oh, I feel I have this idea in a certain way, which might actually be, if your mentor was to do the same thing, he might actually take a different approach. Now, there's something I kind of do with, people I kind of train. One thing I do is, of course, I want them to be as good as I am or even better. You know, I'm always learning. So if any one of them will have to do better, he or she should be ready to put in the work. So one thing I try to do is, okay, I want them to also be creative in themselves. So I might start out first, sharing some of my works with them, just for them to copy over a period of time. But then there are times I just give certain tasks deliberately. I might even give a task that is more than what I know that, oh, I've taught this person, just to give that push. You understand? So, and then I would also add to, what has been said, that part of what will position you well is good. You also learn to improve yourself. Now, this is what I'm saying. It's a very good thing when do you know that, okay, let me say this now. For me, I have mentors, in different sectors, and aside just having mentors, as much as I learn from mentors, I as well learn from my mentees. That's the truth at times, because I have to be very open here, because there are certain things that, my mentees as well also give me that push to go and learn more on. Or there are times they come and just different what do I call it now? Different ways I get to as well learn from my mentees. So there is a way you as well can position yourself that will make your mentor really. There's a positioning you have to do as a mentee for your mentor to perceive you, correctly. For instance, now you can't just expect everything your mentor should teach you everything. It makes your mentor proud when, okay, you as well sometimes go the extra mile to, do certain research, and you're coming and you're like, oh, I discover this, I discover that, I need clarity on this, I need clarity on that. You don't need your mentor to spoon feed you on everything. Do we get, I hope we are getting what I'm explaining. Can I get a response from anyone before I carry on? Hello? Hello, are we there?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. So it's important that we position ourselves properly. So it's not every time your mentor will, of course, feel free with your mentor. You know, when you have that person that has your time, it's good to be free. Ask questions, even though sometimes some question might seem like, oh, is it necessary? Ask questions. Oh, sir or ma, or whichever kind of relationship is, I need clarity on this. What do you think about this? Oh, I was thinking, or I have this idea. How do I go about it? This and that. Be open, and then also be ready to, put in the work yourself, because a mentor can give you materials, a mentor can give you resources, information. But if you yourself don't sit down with level of discipline to learn those things yourself, you won't get the best out of the mentor. And one beautiful thing, let me tell you, one of the things that make mentorship sweet is every mentor that decides that, okay, I want to be a mentor to this person, want to see that person grow, want to be proud of, oh, my investment was not to waste. It's not just for their own, although some people might have that motive that maybe for their own personal interest. But for me, for instance, it's not just for my personal interest, but it's delighting to see that, oh, this person was at this point, he or she has a goal to become this, and we were able to work, through accountability, discipline, and everything, get to that point and probably set bigger goals, on and on and on, like that. So it's one of the things that mentors are proud of, to see that, okay, yes, my mentee has grown over time. They can see the results. They can see it's an investment. It's just like business. You want to put your money somewhere and you expect it to grow. Or probably it's maybe like a relationship stuff. Investing your time, emotion somewhere. You want to see it grow. You want to see it. You want to have that reciprocal energy. You get, but you just don't want to keep putting your energy somewhere and not getting that feedback. Nobody wants that. That's a wasted investment. So, and that's how it works. It's a partnership. So you have to see it from that mindset of partnership. So it will help you position yourself properly and make the most of mentorship. So lastly, okay, I'll just add to this that for me, I see mentorship as one of those channels that help you grow your confidence in the design industry. You know, your mentor can give you that push of, okay, your mentor knows when you are good to go with certain things. There are times that you might feel, oh, I'm not good enough. There's this thing called imposter syndrome in the design industry. A lot of people feels it. Let me say majority. Well, I don't have a statistics to that, but from my experience, I can tell that a lot of people feel this imposter syndrome. Am I good enough? Can I handle this kind of design? Can I do this? There's always, especially it happens sometimes, I believe Bright Nature can testify to this. Let's say you start out using Photoshop and you want to maybe move to start using Illustrator or some new tool. It's intimidating, but at times it's your mentor that can, like, okay, I think it's time you add this other tool to your skill sets. It's time for you to learn how to use Illustrator, how to use InDesign. And then at times, the words of your mentor are powerful. And once your mentor just give you the approval that you can do this, he just give you that morale, like, okay, for him or her to say this, I think we can do it. I can do it. So you go for it. So it helps you boost your confidence. It gives you that proper alignment to how you grow your skills. And that's just it. That's just all. That's it that will contribute for now. And I hope we were able to, gain a couple of things from guest speaker Bright Nature and also from the little I've shared as well. Have we been able to? Are we together?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So I think I'm seeing two new names, Zephaniah and Nkechi Umun Ikechi. Did I pronounce that well?
Oh, that's Kesselink. I don't know that
Oh,
my other
okay.
was
Oh,
here. I'm surprised. I don't know that my
okay.
not
Wow.
my
Well done, boss. How you doing today?
Gmail that should be Kesselink. I'm good, bro.
Oh,
How you doing?
okay. Well, I'm doing fine. Hope, how has it been so far?
Wow, it has been amazing. Honestly, I get to understand a lot from this section. Thank you very, 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 very much. Thank you.
Wow. I'm glad to hear that. So please, do we have any questions, please? Question to our guest speaker, question to myself. Any question, please? Should I call names? Okay, we have Quality Studio in the building. Nice to have you here, sir. That's Oladimeji. Quality Studio is one of the top guys,
No,
good
sir.
guys.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, good guys I know in the industry. Zephaniah Ogumola. Any question?
No question, sir.
Oh, okay. So that means you understood everything.
Yes, sir.
Hey, wow. Okay. Let's just have this last person join and then we wrap up with this. Okay, so Stephen is here. Do you have any question? I know you kind of were kicked out at some point, maybe the network. So is there any question you have, Stephen?
Okay, I've been having issues with my network, so I did not quite catch everything, but I have just one question.
Okay, please.
Okay, how does somebody spot the perfect mentor? Like, how can you spot the perfect mentor for you? Considering the
Okay.
fact that individuals matter, individuals differ, pardon me. What works for Mr. A might not work for Mr. B, and
Sure.
so how does someone spot the perfect person?
Sure. Okay. That's a good question, a very good one. So I wouldn't answer that now. I'll just say something first. I believe Mr. Bright has something for us. So, but what I will just say is, like you said, what works for Mr. A might not work for Mr. B. And I think there's no one factor to it in that sense. There are a couple of factors you consider. For instance, now in the design industry, we have more than one. Graphic design itself is wide. There are product designers, motion graphic designers, brand designers, and so on. So first thing is, okay, you personally, you define the aspect. And there are some people that they are vast. They know about almost everything in design. You understand? So it starts with you. If you remember, I said that mentorship starts with you yourself. Knowing that, okay, you having a goal, I want to be a brand designer, okay, and you have a picture, probably you do some research and you have a picture of, okay, the extent to which you want to be, how good you want to be, what you see yourself doing, you have that picture, you have that goal, and then you now start looking out for, okay, who can be my mentor. Now the thing is, you might see someone you like his or her own work, someone you really like his work, and depending on the position you are, you have to consider that too. For instance, now you can't say you want to be a mentor to like someone like Chris Doe or Dan Walker, you can just maybe look at their works, read about their posts, maybe some of their tutorial videos and all. But a mentor should have time for you, someone you can call, even if they are not available at that moment, but you know you have easy access to them, one-on-one access. Do you get what I'm saying? Because even if you see someone that is good, but the person doesn't have your time, I wouldn't say that. I would not encourage that, because that won't be good on you. If it's, if you keep disturbing someone, well, for me, if I keep maybe, well, I don't really like, I don't like maybe, okay, disturbing someone. I'm strategic about, okay, how I choose my mentor. For me, for instance, I don't just rush into someone's DM and all. There are times that, okay, I know that I might have done my background checks well, and just find a way to make it strategic that I meet this person. And also, when I'm meeting this person, I want to, I'll probably, have done some groundworks or worked on some things for myself when I meet this person. Now, if this person is someone that is not available, reached out the first time, not available second, or he just makes it known that, oh, I can't be available, then I'll just take my mind off. But if he probably maybe just for that period of time is busy, and maybe he just travel out and is trying to settle down. Just for instance, now I have my product designer, someone I can refer to as my main mentor now, is in Germany, and I know that at times he's busy. So we kind of have a fixed time during the week that we meet, because it's busy over there. But that time, if it's 1 hour, if it's 2 hours we are meeting, I utilize it. So how do you actually figure someone out? It starts with you. It starts with you majorly. It starts with you knowing what you want, and then knowing who has that thing that you want. Do you get what I'm saying? Hello?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah. You can't just go because, oh, this person is popular, or this person has a high number of followers, or this thing. Knowing, and some things you can as well do. It might not work in all cases. Is maybe you check the person's portfolio online. You check their profile. If they have a good online presence, there are some great designers. They don't have a strong online presence. Maybe they just freelance. Maybe like Fiverr or Upwork. So they are not really on social media, no. So one of the things you can do is check out their portfolio, check out stuff about them, and sometimes you just like, okay, I think I want to attain this kind of, skill set. Then if you have a physical access to that person, that's even a good one. If you have like their phone number, their WhatsApp, you can send your work to them. And also, majorly it starts with you knowing what you want, and then looking out for someone that has that thing you want. And some other attachments, let me just add this quick to it. Another attachment to it might just be your own values as well. When I say values now, for me in the design industry, I don't just look out for skills alone if I'm to follow someone, because skills is not enough. Skills is not everything I'll look out for alone. Of course, the skills I won't deny if I see someone that is skillful, but I also want to know the person's value, how they tend to handle their clients, how they handle their businesses. Are they the type of people that they believe in they try to outsmart clients in a way. They're not really loyal in that sense. If that's not a value for that person, it would be difficult for me to really, though I might learn some things from them and not focus on that, but I personally, I would also look out for values aside just looking out for skills. Okay, how do you deal with your clients? How do you execute your project? What are those other values that, okay, aside the technical side of things? So I also put that into consideration. Oh, okay. So please, Mr. Nejo Bright, I know you probably would have something to give us on that.
All right, thank you, Nick. So, how to spot a mentor. So, Nickers have probably covered a lot, so I will just come like this. So, it's just like you are looking for a job, right? You are searching for a job. There's no one particular jobs that fits you, but you know the kind of job you are looking for. But there are various kind of that job that, and you probably might apply for one and you were rejected, then you move to the next one and like that, like that. So it's when there are some people who will reach out to them, be like, nah, I'm not interested in mentoring anybody, or I don't have the time right now. That you won't stop at, okay, since the person I want to have as my mentor is not taking mentorship or whatever, let me just give up on mentorship. So you need to try one. If you are lucky, go to the next one, to the next, like that, till you find one. And there are various channels to find mentorship, right? There are platforms whereby they have mentors on board, and you can register. There are a lot of design, what's it called? Design groups out there, international ones, that mentors are already there. All you just need to do is pay and they mentor you. There are platform like that, mentoring platform. So, like Nick said, mentor is somebody that you have easy accessibility to. You can have a role model. You can have people like Michael Brute as your role model, like people you look up to, like you fancy their work. But do you have access to them easily? No. So those ones are not your mentor. They are just like a role model or people like you look up to. Your role model is somebody that cares about your growth. So there are platforms whereby you can register and these people are already there. They have great portfolios. They are doing fantastic, and but that one comes with the price. You have to pay for it, and they are there. And you can find mentors by just maybe probably going for a conference and this and that, and you see you just and this one comes free. And even there's some okay, there was a time, I don't know if you know this guy. What was it called? He used to run Creditor, Evans. Does anybody know Evans here?
Okay, I actually know Credit House, but I don't know the founder.
Okay. All right. So there was a time he was recruiting mentees for 70,000 naira and just five slots for just five. I think 5 or 15. I know he's having five for 5 slots. So there are some mentorship like that. Like, well, Evans is a great guy. He's currently in the United States. He's doing fantastic. He has a product of, I think, VXY. It's just a platform for you to build a website without coding. So there are some people like that have mentorship programs, right? That you can enroll in instead of looking for somebody that that will mentor you for free, right? So that's I'm just giving an option. There are other, so you can meet somebody, your friend or your colleague or somebody that you know is higher than you, and just walk up to them and they mentor you for free. And there are some paid ones, right? But the key thing is when you are finding a mentor, what do you want to achieve? Because Evans is a great guy and he has a mentorship program open, does not mean that I should go and apply. Is what Evans is going to offer in his mentorship program, is it what I really want? If not, there's no need for me to go and waste my 70,000 naira just to be with Evans. Of course, I will get some things from him, maybe some connection, but is that what is really important, or that's what is key to me in my career? Probably not. So you need to first know what you are up to as a person. Probably you want to be a design influencer. There are a lot of design, and thing is, so like I said, your goal determine who who you choose as your mentor. If I want to be a design influencer, I probably the person that will choose to mentor me might probably not be a designer, so to say, might just be an influencer in the tech space that understand how to move from just being an ordinary person to being an influencer. So the same method they apply in their own career might same apply in design. So it all depends on what you want to achieve. Maybe your goal is to get a job in one of the top big top four, what do you call, big four company as a designer, places like Google and this thing. You have to choose a mentor that are working or have worked or knows how to get somebody into those organizations. And like I said, there are a lot of platforms that offers people this kind of, but they are paid. So if you want to get into Google, you want to get into Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, and you are picking somebody that is just has not even gotten to GTO or Wando as your mentor, you're probably not going to get to Google. So your goal first will determine who your mentor will be. So once your goal is written clearly, you understood your goal, then you can now start. And the way the world works is, once you set your mind to something, then you start saying it around. So you might learn a new word today, and all of a sudden you started hearing the word everywhere. In the TV you are listening to, in the music, started seeing the word, be like, where is this word coming from? The thing is, the word has always been there, or the sentence has always been there. It's just that point you are paying attention to them. You get, so when you are ready and you've written your goal and be like, okay, I'm looking for a mentor in this particular area, then your sense, your system, the universe starts bringing, you start seeing things around that points to what you want. Then you start seeing probably sponsored ad about mentorship in so, and you be like, what's going on here? So when you get to that stage, then you start seeing different options. Then you have to be strategic about who, like I said, your goals, who, and when it comes to mentorship, somebody that is going to mentor you to achieve your goal must be somebody that have achieved or attained that level you want to get to. If I don't know how to get to America and you want to go to America, there's no way me I can take you to America, because me, I don't know how. You get, so somebody that have attained, that have passed that level you want to get to, it's somebody that you should consider being your mentor. And like I've said, maybe you were here when I said it, be realistic about who your mentor is. I know you have big dreams, but when you are picking your mentor, pick it one level at a time. I can't pick Paula in Pentagram to come and be my mentor. She'll probably not have my time. Definitely. Even though I send 1 million emails, she might not even reply. I said probably she opens up a mentorship program and I applied, and she reads my application and be like, okay, I like this guy's motivation, and she took me in. Aside that, I may never get Paula. So you have to be realistic about who is the closest person in your circle or around you that you know that you can easily have access to help you attain what you want to achieve. I hope that's clear.
Stephen.
Yes. Thank you
Yeah.
very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so in less than 5 minutes we'll wrap up. So let me just from what Mr. Bright said, from what Nejo Bright just said, it's called the law of attraction. When your mind starts processing things, when you set a goal, things just start falling in place. You just start seeing directions on. It just is a general law of life. So that's it. And then there's something I just want to chip in real quick. A mentor can as well, in a way, be a coach. So this is what I mean. Now, most of us are familiar with football and sports here. At times they have a boxer, a footballer can have a coach that is not actually playing football. I don't know if anyone gets what I'm saying. The person is him or herself is not a footballer in that sense, but is the coach to that person, that footballer. Are we together?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. So the balance I'm trying to give to that is that now, although in design industry, in mentorship is broader than that. Most times you're going after someone that is doing what you do. In this is coaching now is different, but your mentor can still act in the place of a coach. For instance, now let's say what I'm saying is Now, being a coach, when you're learning, let me start from this side. When you're learning something, there is the way you learn something vertically or horizontally. Like when I say vertically, like you being a specialist in a particular field, maybe you just specialize in photo manipulation. You can learn horizontally, you're good in branding, you're good in product design, motion graphics, web design, and all. Now, there is also T-shaped learning. For me now, personally, I prefer to go T-shaped learning because, okay, I want to know quite a number of things across different fields. Then maybe later on I can just, okay, even now I already have a niche, but then, I prefer to say that T-shaped learning. So now, if let's say later on I have a mentee who wants to specialize in motion graphics, for instance. Now, I have some knowledge of motion graphics. Now, I might not be that world-class motion designer in that sense, but I'm good I'm good to some extent. Okay. So, and I have a mentee who doesn't maybe have access to a specialized motion designer. It's still possible that I stand in that place of mentoring that person, coaching that person, knowing the right resources to recommend that, okay, take this course, because I have a good level of, or some knowledge of motion design. So I know the tools, the main tools for the person to focus on. I know the kind of materials or courses I can, recommend to that person. And it's even possible that okay. So let's just wrap this up. So what I'm saying is, you can, let's say the person might, have a good knowledge of motion graphics. It's possible the person even put you through the foundational training on, motion graphics, possible to the intermediate level, but the person might not take you to that advanced, of course, mentorship is not necessarily the person sitting you down, showing you how to, not necessarily the person sitting you down, showing you how to use this tool or that tool. Like you click on this one, click on that one. Yeah, that's possible, but it's not just only that. Mentorship is majorly guidance, advising, do this, do that, adjust that, helping you to achieve that your set goal. So there is actually a balance to it. A mentor too can work in that place of a coach. Like, okay, he or she might not be fully specialized in that area, but can still give a good level of guidance that can even take you to that expert level. In fact, that can, take you to achieve your goal. The major thing is your goal. You understand? Are we together, please?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay. So that's just what I have to contribute to that as well. And I hope it has been an amazing session. Please, any feedback on today's class? Any other question? Any contribution? Mr. Bright, do you still have any contribution for us?
No, I think all that needs to be said have been said already.
Any contribution from Grace or Zephaniah?
No contributions.
Okay. All right, so thank you very much for your time. The next session will be next week, Friday, and it will be on personal branding and LinkedIn optimization. It's going to be an amazing session. Please, let's continue to share this series. It's 7 series, and I'm glad we have the third one successfully completed now. A big thank you to Bright Nature, our guest speaker for today. He was our guest speaker as well last episode, and he has been sharing a whole lot from his wealth of knowledge. I know he didn't give everything he has, he just gave a part of it. They say you give out of the abundance of what you have, so it's even from the little he has given, like we've benefited a whole lot. So thank you very much, my brother. I really appreciate.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah, so let's have a great evening. Bye.